Good evening everybody, my name is Annie and today I will be demonstrating a learning experience for children aged 5 in primary school. Today I will be reading a story called I'm Australian Too, written by Mem Fox and illustrated by Ronajoy Gosh. Throughout the story I will be passing around teddy bears with different countries' flags to represent each country mentioned in the book. I'm Australian too. I'm Australian. How about you? I'm Australian too. My mum was born in Sydney, my dad in Ballarat, and I was born in Melbourne. How Australian is that? How about you? My nonno came from Italy. His family followed after. At first their lives were very hard, but now they're full of laughter. How about you? My auntie came from Athens with her brother and her niece. Now we live in Adelaide because it's so like Greece. How about you? Lebanon is beautiful. My family came from there. They fled a war, but now they sing, Advance Australia Fair. How about you? My parents come from China. They think Australia's great. Now we live in Canberra and call out, G'day mate. How about you? Somalia was once our home, but it was torn by strife. We're happy now in Hobart, where we have a better life. How about you? My country was Afghanistan. We fled when I was small. Our boat capsized, but we were saved. Now we're Australians all. How about you? Syria was where I lived, but then we had to flee. Our family's now in Brisbane, and we're as safe can be. How about you? Sadly, I'm a refugee. I'm not Australian yet. But if your country lets me in, I'd love to be a vet. We open doors to strangers. Yes, everyone's a friend. Australia Fair is ours to share, where broken hearts can mend. What journeys we have travelled, from countries near and far. Together now we live in peace, beneath the southern star. The context of the Australian educational system includes a strong emphasis on the child's right to an invaluable education that sets a sturdy platform for future endeavours. As stated in the Early Years Learning Framework, the way we educate children must take into account and respect their families, culture, other identities and other languages. This being said, I have selected a story that every student in the class can relate to, regardless of their socio-cultural and economic backgrounds. Children in Australia are educated within a pluralistic society. Therefore, my story emphasises the importance of accepting and welcoming diversity into the classroom. I aim to support outcome 1 of the Early Years Learning Framework. That is, children have a strong sense of identity and develop knowledgeable and confident self-identities. This will be achieved by encouraging children through learning to develop a strong sense of who they are and their connectedness to others, a shared identity as Australians. The Early Years Learning Framework stresses the importance of implementing a curriculum that values a child's cultures, identities, abilities and strengths that respond to the uniqueness of their family lives. My learning experience takes place in a prep classroom of a primary school and is aimed at 5-year-olds. The story I have chosen to read to them is called I'm Australian Too, written by Mem Fox. The story celebrates Australia's multicultural identity and educates children about topics such as migration, ancestral history and refugees. The topic of the story allows opportunity for discussion and therefore integrates a number of teaching methods that encourage language development. The first is intentional teaching. As described in the Early Years Learning Framework, intentional teaching is a deliberate, purposeful and thoughtful method. Teachers that utilise this methodology recognise that social contexts foster most learning, in particular language and literacy acquisition. The learning experience I have created greatly relies on the use of props. Not only do the props enhance excitement and joy of the story, but they can assist a child with understanding the text. As demonstrated during my presentation, each time a different country is mentioned in the text, a teddy bear holding a flag of the country is passed around. This allows the child to make a visual association to the name of the countries, which assists with the ability to retrieve and remember information. I have ensured that the learning environment is not only literacy rich, but warm, inviting and secure, providing students with the confidence to participate. To do so, I have created a reading space with a large circular rug for children to sit around, as well as cushions, teddy bears and an abundance of books that can be borrowed at any time. During the learning experience, I asked children to form a circle around the rug in the reading space. This ensures that every child is given equal opportunity to view the illustrations, pass around the teddy bears, and take turns in speaking. Furthermore, this ensures that every child feels included. For example, no child is isolated from the rest of the group by sitting at the back of the room. I'd like to thank you all for being part of today's learning experience demonstration. I hope you've enjoyed the session and I look forward to working with you in the future. Thank you.